Joining us for more in studio is Jeremy Saltan. He is a Knesset candidate for that Jewish Home Bayit Yehudi party, and he's still currently the Knesset faction director for the Yamina party, which still exists in the current Knesset, may keep on existing if we have another deadlock. But Jeremy, let's talk about Jewish Home Bayit Yehudi and the pressure. First of all, how do you answer those people, and I'm sure you get it, who say you're hurting the right-wing bloc, Shaked, and the party should drop out?
Well, I look at the polls and I look at the averages, and it's very clear there is no way for Netanyahu to form a right-wing coalition without the Bayit Yehudi party. The math just doesn't work. The same way that Lapid cannot form a coalition without some sort of support from the Arab list of Hadash Tal, of TB and Odeh.
Wait, just to be clear, the Bayit Yehudi, the Jewish Home Party, is not passing the threshold in those current polls.
However, if we would be passing the threshold, then there would be a clear right-wing majority. The fact is that, that's really the question, right? Will Balad pass on the left, or will Bayit Yehudi pass on the right? Because what it comes down to is every single one of these polls put us in a situation of deadlock. The way to break that deadlock is the Bayit Yehudi.
But where would the votes come from? Wouldn't they be coming from the Likud and reducing the Likud's, keeping that right-wing majority the same? That right-wing minority the same?
No, because right now there is a lot of undecided voters out there who want to just not vote. I'll tell you, as someone, again, in a senior position within Yamina, a majority of the people I speak with at the moment tell me they're either undecided or they're not going to vote. One thing I can tell you for sure, they're not going to vote for Netanyahu. They're not going to vote for Smotrich. Those are just options that are not on the table for them. If they knew 100% that Ayelet Shaked was passing, they would be voting for the Bayit Yehudi. They are very much wary about it. Because of that, you have a Netanyahu campaign going against the party. As you mentioned, many people within the Likud, both without their using their name, or someone like Yuval Steinitz, who's someone who's pretty good at math, is a former finance minister and also a senior Likud member in past governments, went ahead and said the only way really for a right-wing government is for Ayelet Shaked to pass the threshold.
Do you hear that from just in your own dealings and with people on the right and Likud? Have you heard talk like that?
Definitely. I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and expose those names because I don't want to ruin anyone's careers. But for sure, if you're talking about what's happening right now in the back rooms in terms of the corridors, there are people that are just baffled how it is that Netanyahu is letting whatever personal animosity he might have for Ayelet Shaked from going ahead and preventing the ability for a right-wing government. But as you pointed out, Ayelet Shaked said very clearly, Netanyahu is leading us now to a fifth election. So, he's going to continue doing things.
But nevertheless, there was talk of, and it was not coming from the Likud, but more from the Bezalel Smotrich, supposedly offering Ayelet Shaked some kind of position in a Likud-led government if she would drop out. I guess maybe some kind of ministership without being part of the Likud.
Yes, I heard she's going to be offered an ambassadorship. I heard they're going to offer me an ambassadorship soon. I don't understand where these type of things are going from. Again, the only way for there to be a right-wing majority is for our party to pass the threshold. Now, if they think after 4 elections, suddenly by some miracle, the 5th election is going to be the trigger that Smotrich, the ultra-Orthodox parties, and Likud will suddenly magically pass the 61 threshold without us, then again, I really don't know what it is that they are smoking within the Likud strategy room there. There is only one way to be able to pull this off. It's very clear what it is. There are undecided voters there. If the Likud continues in this campaign, they're getting 0 votes that are going to go over to their party. What they are going to do is make sure people stay home on election day, or perhaps send them to other parties such as Lieberman or Gantz.
All right, well, we'll see if those kind of words, which are supposedly coming from within Likud too, will have any impact on Benjamin Netanyahu. And of course, we still don't quite know what it is specifically he has against Ayelet Shaked. Jeremy Saltan of the Bayit Yehudi Jewish Home Party, thank you for that.
Always my pleasure, Calev.